Time to run it up. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up.
this love out.
Gamers from around sub-Saharan Africa, get ready for the return of the African Gaming Championship for 2026. We're heading to Cape Town, South Africa, where players will be competing at Grand West for 150,000 Rand in cash. This is where the top players from Africa gather to be able to compete. This is where bragging rights are earned. This is where new stars rise. This is where legends are made and legends fall. This is the crowning moment of African esports. This is AGC.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at AGC 2026 at LAN live at Grand West Casino. And flanked by my side, I am here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Ultrism. How are we doing today?
So good, man. You know Rocket League is so close to my heart, and now we get to see it. The culmination of 2 terms worth of Rocket League action at the schools level. And we have got probably my favorite, the closest contention for that title that we have seen over the 3 years we've been doing AGC. We only get to see the last 3 games in the tournaments, but man, what games we have in store for us here today.
I mean, I couldn't complain at all. With what we're about to see, I feel like this is a day's worth of competition that we're going to see on stage because, as you mentioned, there's nothing between these two teams. CDV Wolves are a team that have been dominating since last year, and coming into this year, that is no different. But on the other side, Grey College, equally dominant in their own right as well. Term 2, these teams had gone back-to-back with wins. No one could touch them. And right now on stage, I don't even know where to call this because it feels like, as you say, there's nothing separating these two teams.
Man, I'm not putting any predictions down for this. I'm infamous for avoiding predictions, and this is why, because I have faith in both of them. I have invested interest in both of them. I have watched them over the terms, over the years growing to this point, and it's so good. Guys, if you don't know, this is our first Rocket League broadcast for the weekend, but we're here at AGC, the biggest LAN all the way down here in Cape Town. So excited for it. It's not just Rocket League. We are here with Valorant, with Call of Duty Mobile, which we're going to see you on later for sure. We got some Valorant action. We got Fortnite action. All of the esports you love here with the coolest crowd, all sorts of secondary side events, etc. So if you guys are in the Cape Town area, come and check it out. But yeah, let's focus, right? We got all that out of the way. Thank you to the sponsors and everything. Acer for Education making this happen the whole way through the year for a couple of years now. But this, Scara, like I was just going through the stats before this. These guys met in the group stage, 2-1 victory. These guys in term number 2 were both top of their individual pools. I mean, these are names we are going to see in the future. And a couple of them, by the way, have already started making their way into the pro scene.
Yep. Actually, I'm glad that you mentioned that because I remember CDV Wolves as well competing not too long ago in the RLCS circuit. And they actually did exceptionally well. The only high school team to make it into the top 32. They are phenomenal at what they do. So I'm very excited to see what we can see coming out on stage because as we've seen time and time again, they are a team that definitely have so much potential to be one of the best in the future in our Rocket League space. But now Grey College stepping to the plate, they want to prove otherwise.
Oh, this is going to be close. You are 100% correct. Best of 5 right here. So 3 games to take the victory. Not a knockout match, thankfully. We're going to be starting with the upper bracket. But in that lower bracket, Edgemead is waiting there, ready to take on any challenges. And I mean, we've already seen Edgemead kind of run with that. We're going to get into that later. But we've lost Usmud. We've lost PRG. There has no room for mistakes anymore. 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes has to count. Every second has to count. Every touch. It doesn't just have to be a great touch. It has to be the perfect touch, or you could get punished.
Yeah, there's no room for error, nowhere to step because you may fall. And we're now getting ready to jump straight into the arena as we have Grey College taking on CDV Wolves in the upper bracket final. I feel like I have goosebumps right now. I have never been this excited for a Rocket League game.
And these are teenagers. These are guys in high school coming out here right now. And already, like you say, I'm very interesting. They've all got LAN experience. It's all got the nerve. Should be nice and settled right now. But the action kicks off. Grey College in blue, CDV Wolves in our orange. And already a fast pace. Some aggression coming out and physicality to follow up here for your boy Kieran. Ball dropping down in the center. Going to be cleaned up nicely by Seth and look to set up something for his teammates. Going for the dribble in there. Oh, well defended.
Oh, that was so close. And very early on already, we're seeing Grey College with some great presence up front. And now trying to see if CDV Wolves can actually counter that. CDV Wolves pressing forward, trying to get that ball lobbed over, it hits the backboard. And as you say, it's a very cagey match as we start out.
Constriction being the name of the game here for the Wolves. A wolf not normally an animal, but they have latched their teeth onto this blue net and not willing to let it go. Trying to strangle this out and forcing it through at the end. It is our youngster Seth making our opening debut here on the scoreboard. First blood has been drawn and it's taken less than a minute.
Less than a minute indeed, and Seth stamping his name across this match, getting the first goal for CDV Wolves. I mean, there was early pressure and aggression coming through from the side of Grey College, but already CDV Wolves countered that, and as you say, sinking their teeth into this defense of Grey College, and they found their first goal. And it doesn't seem like they're going to relent. They want to potentially increase this lead, as now already gaining possession into the midfield, hits towards the backboard. Unfortunately, won't be able to find anything, but again, that pressure is coming through from CDV Wolves.
And they're playing so well together, following up on any of those loose balls, looking for the passes. It doesn't have to be a finishing shot from the beginning. It's about pressure. Really nice breakaway here from Grey College. At least alleviates that oppression that they were under for so long. That's a bad miss coming out there from Timu Osoft. But he does at least get aided and abetted by his teammates. Still, CDV Wolves going to be holding strong. Not really too worried, too concerned by what's being presented to them thus far. And instead, back into the attack.
Oh, just missed out on the shot there. Couldn't connect, but just ever so slightly escaping their Grey College. The pressure is still mounting. It's going to be a demo in the air. The aerial duel is won by Grey College, so possession is going to be theirs momentarily, but CDV Wolves claim it back and trying to mount a bit of an attack on their own right, but again, CDV Wolves able to deal with it well, going goal bound, but there is going to be someone on the line to clear it out, and it does look like Grey College trying to increase their at least chances of getting back into this game, not really able to get that ball as swiftly as possible towards their favor.
Yeah. First minute was all about CDV Wolves kind of controlling the tempo of the game, and they've done a great job off the post. Oh, that was a soft lofted shot, but no one was up to it, and just geometry to deny it. The Grey College looking to finally break out a little bit. It's up to them now to start trying to build some pressure down the other side. Good collection on the backboard, going to take it up nice and high, gets checked off the ball, and the jump actually going over the top. Still, Grey College in possession, carried through the air. Nick's going to be looking to bounce this towards the center. It's awkward, and CDV Wolves give so much time in front of their net. Not put away though.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point in time, it does seem like Grey College are starting to show some signs of life, slowly getting forward. They're having those chances, but it's just not enough at the moment. CDV Wolves been holding strong, and right now, good management already from CDV Wolves. There has been pressure coming their way, but they've been able to deal with every single bit of danger, killing the momentum from Grey College coming forward, and already flipping it on its head, trying to go forward, not able to find anything. But at this point in time, it's looking like CDV Wolves might be slightly going on the back foot as Grey College applying pressure.
Absolutely. Some really nice balls coming towards the center. No one to be able to finish it off yet, and CDV Wolves have done well enough to deflect it, catch it on the backboard before it becomes too dangerous. Get a look back down the other side. A little bit too fast for Evident Cable to fit it down first time, but he sets it up for Kiran and saved off the baseline. Oh, one more time though. This is not done just yet. The follow-up. Sethy makes it too.
It's a brace for Seth as he finds his second goal for CDV Wolves. 1 minute remaining in game number one, round number one, and already CDV Wolves are trying to prime themselves to get ready for that grand final. But too early to tell if that's going to be the case, but for now, CDV Wolves are looking like the ones who are online right now.
Yep. They're dictating the pace, they're dictating the pressure. And I'm so glad we get to see little face cams because they look calm. They look so composed. A little bit of a smirk coming from Seth, well deserved, obviously. I want to see that go into a big ecstatic grin, but they know that the job is not done. 45 seconds, still some time for Grey College to pull it back, and they're on the right side of the field at least. So, going to be trying to dispossess Evident Cable here. Pass towards the center, going to be picked up quickly by Kiran. Instead, Pine going to be able to try and set it up, but they're just getting no distance. They're not getting the possession that they need to really drive it home. Oh, this is free. This is huge. Actually up. Tries to bait out. Oh, the pre-jump was there and trying to take advantage. Nothing to do. And instead might actually have one more for the road. Cable adds up one to his tally. And 3-0. Gotta be death for game number 1 here.
Beautiful assist, set him up, and a Cable, I mean, what more do you need?
Yeah.
Open net, open goal, able to just slam it home for a third goal. 15 seconds remaining in game number 1, and already CDV Wolves are looking dangerous. As you say, they look so comfortable at this point in time, and for that to be happening at this level, at this stage for this team, I mean, it has to be scary with what you can see coming forward.
And that's the terrifying thing, Karo, is we were chatting about how close this is. This was still a reasonably close match. There was still contention from both sides. Game number 1 we typically say is a warm-up, but that goes for like a 7-game series. Then you've got a little bit more wiggle room to get that first game under your belt. In this game, CDV Wolves came from the first second they started peppering the back of their net, never relented, dealt with any sort of pressure on their side of the field, and was able to turn it on its head quickly. But it's these setup plays. There's already someone in the air. It seems like Wolves are playing with a single unified mind, which Grey College need to try and adjust themselves to the tempo that they're being forced at.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point in time, from what I've been seeing already, CDV Wolves just have so much control wherever they are on the pitch, right? Even when they don't have possession, their positioning around has just been so phenomenal. Every time they've been an attack towards the defense, they've been able to cover themselves. Yeah. I mean, it just seems like everywhere Grey College tried to be, CDV Wolves was there, right? It didn't seem like there was a hole. So at this point in time, I feel like there maybe needs to be a bit more unison coming through from Grey College, because there were points where they kept on getting caught out, especially on the defense. So maybe coming into game number 2, as you say, it's just game number 1. It's just going to be the warm-up, get that out of the way. Now is where we really see if maybe you've learned a bit from what happened in game number 1. Can you implement something different in game number 2?
Yeah. I mean, it's not the first time these teams have met up, but it's different on the main stage.
Yeah.
It's a whole big match temperament to me as to who shows up on the day. And we see CDV Wolves. They have got that Oral CS experience. They've got previous LAN experience. They know this, and they've dealt with even higher pressure than what they're under right now. So maybe using that, learning from that previous sort of engagements with other teams, they were certainly bet on that stat sheet. 11 shots to 5, kind of in the favor of Wolves there. Demos. Whoa, Sethi coming out there and running over his opposition, getting 6 demos, and even just little things like that. A demo's not going to score you a goal most of the time, but it will get in your opponent's head if you do it right and clears out that area, just creates that little bit of an overlap. So Wolves off to a great start. No one's out of the competition after this.
Not at all.
But this is not the place where you want to lose. You certainly don't want to go down in a sweep.
100%. And I think especially at this point in time, as you say, everything's a lot more different when you're on stage, when you're in person, because now momentum can build. Momentum is a heavy thing to take into account. And if you're going to be, getting yourself in a position where you're dropping down and now you have to deal with either a sweep or you've lost your game and you go down into the lower bracket, it's very difficult sometimes to kind of bring yourself back into the game. So I think, as you say, it's very important that even though you're not knocked out in this game, that you don't try to bank on that. You want to try and bank on getting to yourself to that grand final where you have that momentum to build off of, as opposed to now kind of being knocked down into that lower bracket.
And too many teams worry about losing. They play to not lose. You can't at this stage of the competition. You've already got so much momentum behind you coming up through the group stages, through the playoff. You've got to be playing to win.
Yeah.
You've got to have that forward momentum. You've got to be getting those clears out really nicely and then following it. It's not just hit it out and then breathe for 3 seconds because it's our first breath in a while. It's got to be that follow-up, that intentionality to be able to stamp your authority on that game. And so we're going to see. I don't count Grey College out. One of the best in the country right now, obviously sitting on that main stage, at least guaranteed in that top 3. And so now we go to game number 2. Things that you want to see different. Personally, it's a defense versus offense game right now, and that needs to become more neutral.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I think, especially from that last game, Grey College constantly were in their own half, trying to defend their goal. I think I want to see a bit more initiative taken, trying to take that same aggression towards CDV Wolves, because it seemed like CDV Wolves, as you say, Seth, was just absolutely stamping his authority across that game, wherever he was. So, trying to take that same aggression towards CDV Wolves, maybe trying to play into them as well, because it kind of seemed as if they kind of backed off a bit from that aggression that they saw from CDV Wolves, and in turn that kind of like pushed them constantly back towards their goal. So maybe just trying to see, you know, a bit more of them trying to take it forward, trying to go towards CDV Wolves, and not really, you know, kind of, I guess, submitting to their game, maybe going one goal down and just being like, you know what, that's it, you know, trying to keep that same aggression momentum to push up.
Guys, you might notice we paused for a little while. There's a little bit of technical issues. That's one of the beautiful things about Atlanta, is you never know what's going to happen. So we're going to take a very short 2-minute break, sort out the audio issues, and we'll be back. It's definitely the series you don't want to miss. We'll be back just after this.
The Gills have to work on out. 7 seconds. Merging, holding that line.
Welcome back, folks. We're back with the Rocket League action on stage. It is the ASL 2026 here at AGC. We have CDV Wolves taking on Grey College in the upper bracket final. And at the moment, in our best of 5, CDV Wolves draw first blood, and they won the first round. If you're just joining us now, my name is Skara, and flanked by my side, Altruism, taking us through the action as well. Altruism, how are we feeling going into game number 2?
Game 1 was a good start for us, at least for the Wolves. They were there, they were intentional, they were dominance in the air, it has to be said. There was a lot more of them, and we're going to be put that aside straight away as Grey College Pine takes towards the sky. Well, once more, it's the Wolves starting to put on that pressure, cramping up Osoft on his side of the field, instead trying to hand it off to Pine, but caught out in no man's land. And the action fast and frenetic as from the kickoff.
Yep, most definitely, and this is what I want to be seeing a bit more coming through in this game, you know, them taking initiative and trying to take it towards CDV Wolves, because I saw a bit of a passive side of Grey College in game number 1, and game number 2 now it seems like, you know, they may be trying to take it a bit towards the side of CDV Wolves, because already seeing that demo come through, it doesn't seem like this time around they're going to just lie down and wait for anything to come their way. But off the backboard, trying to sneak in a bit of a shot there, unsuccessful, but signs of potential of trying to find that early goal from CDV Wolves.
You know, that's one of the big things. You talk about that passive approach to the game. I understand it. It has its time to play. Against worse opposition, you do kind of want to sit back, let them make the mistakes, and then punish them for it.
Yeah.
Let them overcommit, and then hit them where they're hurt.
Yeah.
But you can't do that against the good opposition, because they're going to remove it from you. They're going to take the shots, and they're going to keep hammering it home. 2 shots in a row, turned aside by Grey College, but not comfortably. First one, in fact, only denied by the woodwork. And instead, against Wolves, it's going to have to be Grey College, as you say, taking this game and wrenching it into their own hands.
Ooh, just ever so slightly missing the ball, but it's going to be in the half of CDV Wolves, so something to deal with at this point in time. A miss on it twice, missing it. What is going on off of the backboard? But ever so slightly dealing with the danger, but it's only for the moment, just slightly off the post. And we're seeing that early pressure come through from Grey College, trying to conjure something up into the air, trying to steer it towards goal, on the goal line, clearing it away. And they're able to deal with the danger for the moment. But Grey College, they're showing that they're not really done. What a save! Pine off of the field. Beautiful last-ditch attempt to save that from going into the goal. And once again, that Grey College oppression is coming through. They're trying to find a way forward over the backboard, trying to play it again. And there's going to be one player, Pine, not able to steer it towards goal. But Grey College looking a lot better in game number 2.
Yeah, they're there. They're spending most of their time in the opposition half. They're taking a lot of their resources to get to it at this stage, and so that's why they have to do these desperate dive backs towards their own side of the field, not controlling the mid boost as much as they would like. But they are at least still looking threatening at their opposition side. You start doing that with a bit more efficiency, you start extending that period in your opponent's net, you start getting some beautiful passes onto the backboard like that, and you're creating opportunities. Here's one more, bounced off the backboard, a little bit of a bad angle, and no one wants to dive in there, so instead Osaf just looking, poking, prodding. Death by 1,000 cuts is still death.
Indeed, indeed. And right now, CDV Wolves trying to scrape forward, trying to steer it towards goal, but there's not enough boost to do it. It's, as you say, it just feels like there's just so much being thrown in a lot of these attacks. They don't have enough boost to be able to work with. I feel like the boost management needs to be worked on going forward, because right now, neither of these teams are able to finish or just try to find that final shot to just at least get that ball into the back of the net. And right now, the ball in the half of the side of Grey College, or rather CDV Wolves, and they are throwing everything to keep this ball out of their net.
Again, a far better contention here coming out from Grey College. That's a good bump on the back line, but the pass just behind Seth doesn't manage to go through there. Counter-attack is on there. Was a good attempt. Nick's going to be trying for one more. Comes off the back wall. It's a bit slow and taken very handedly by Kieran off his own backboard. A really good awareness of how to approach a defensive maneuver here from the Wolves and taking it into their own hands. Now putting it towards the center. Here comes Seth. Following up in that third man position. He's not needed. Oh, he's not needed at all. It's Kieran. He's going to go. Picks it up midfield. Carries it through the air. And the double touch is sublime.
I have no words. Phenomenal. I mean, just give it to him and pray at this point, right? Just take it all the way, and Kieran just finds a goal for CDV Wolves, where it seemed like we might even be heading into overtime without seeing a goal, but finally breaking the deadlock.